Hello there and welcome back to a Premier League review show where we're going to be looking at 5 games today that have happened over the previous couple of days. We're going to be missing out obviously Sheffield United versus Tottenham and Man City versus Liverpool because they haven't played yet. They play tonight and a review will come out for both of those tomorrow. Now, just a quick note before I get this video properly up and running. Videos are going to slow down from Monday onwards. I'm going to try and do a lot over this weekend to try and get some, sort of scheduled videos out and stuff like that. But video is going to slow down. I've received the call to go back to work, and I'll be getting up at about 2 o'clock in the morning every day. They put me back on my old shifts, which I don't like. I moved off those shifts because they are horrible shifts, but I will be working from 2 o'clock in the morning I'll be up from 2 o'clock in the morning, working till 12, and I'll probably be fairly zombied by the time that finishes. I will do my best. I want to make sure that I want to try and stay consistent, but we're just going to have to play it by ear for now. I'm not the biggest channel. It doesn't really matter that much, but I like making videos, and yeah. Anyway, let's just crack on with these anyway. Hope you guys are all doing so very well as well. I'm going to kick straight into Brighton versus Man United. Man United put in a very complete performance in this one. Complete attacking performance, held the possession very, very well, had a lot of chances, and better than anything for these guys, if you have 12 shots in total, having 6 of those on target and 3 goals is actually very, very good. To get 50% of your shots in total, to get them on target, is very, very good. Bruno Fernandes is the man that seems to have turned around the fortunes for Manchester United. Really, really impressive player, even before the coronavirus break and everything like that. As soon as he came into Manchester United, he was very, very impressive, very forward-thinking, and that forward thinking seems to have got through to the rest of the players as well. Paul Pogba getting an assist as well. I don't know why they've only given him a 7. To get an assist in a game, you'd think it would warrant a higher level, a higher score. But hey, whatever, I don't make up these stats. I don't necessarily agree with it. But everything that this man seems to do has come through to everybody else that moves forward for Manchester United. Getting forward, attacking, getting it on the counter. When they counter, it's the first time in a long time that I see a lot of attacking players coming up the field into the attacking thirds and really making an impact on the opposition. And the opposition being Brighton, who obviously they've had positive results against the likes of Arsenal, but this current form of Manchester United is just different to coming up against an Arsenal. And I know Arsenal got a positive result for them as well, but it's just different level for Brighton to come up against, and they got torn apart because of it. Yes, they had 2 shots on target. David De Gea actually made a very impressive save at one point as well. 8 shots in total, 2 on target. It's not the worst, but these are probably the sort of stats that you would expect when you've got 2 teams that are very far apart in the table. Obviously, Man United being tied 5th, just above Wolves. Anyway, Brighton being 15th. It's just one of those things at this moment in time. It was going to be a very difficult game for Brighton to come up against this Manchester United team. But Man United seem to have really reversed their fortunes from earlier on in the season, where they looked like a bit of a stagnant team, a defensive team, and would try and hit you with the pace of like a Martial, of a Rashford. But now it actually looks like they are a bit of an attacking force. When they keep possession now, they don't just pass it around aimlessly. It looks like they're trying to thread the needle, get the balls into dangerous areas, and that really, all of this seems to come from, this confidence comes from Bruno Fernandes being in the team. He's a brilliant player, and I'm not going to say he's not a brilliant player just because I'm a rival fan of Liverpool. He's a brilliant player, but Mason Greenwood had a really great impact as well, really good goal, and I think Wan-Bissaka got an assist as well, which is very good for him. Improvement on his crossing, and Mason Greenwood gets an assist for Bruno Fernandes' first goal as well. His second goal, third goal of the whole game. It was a very complete performance, and now with results possibly going in their way, which we'll speak about the Premier League table in more depth a little bit later on in this video, but with results possibly going in their way, Manchester United could actually find themselves going into the top 4 with an eye on top 3. But hey, let's crack on and look at Bournemouth versus Newcastle. 4-1 to Newcastle, and Newcastle have had some brilliant results recently. They really have. Let's just have a look. Their last result was a pretty good one as well. They've had 3-0 over here. All right, that's not a good one there, but even so. But yeah, they've got like a high-scoring one here. They've got a high-scoring one against Bournemouth, and Bournemouth look like they've given up the goat, as they would say, and it kind of looks like Bournemouth are going to be down here with Norwich. We don't know what's going to happen with Aston Villa, really. It's I don't know. Even Watford are still here as well, and Bournemouth they don't look like they've got any fight whatsoever. They don't look like they can. I don't think it's that they can't be bothered. I just don't think they have the quality in that team. So when they come up against a Newcastle team, this Newcastle team isn't the best team in the Premier League. It isn't. They have got some very, very good, talented players, some good young players. Obviously, the standout player is Alan Saint-Maximin. Very, very good player. When, this guy, Lazaro came on and he scored a goal, Almiron comes on as well, scores a very good goal on his right foot. Sean Longstaff getting a goal, Dwight Gale getting a goal as well, and somehow only getting a 6.9. I don't understand these ratings sometimes. They've got some very good players. They've performed very, very well. The attacking football they had on display against Bournemouth was very, very good. For a Newcastle team to concede possession, 12 shots, 7 on target. Fantastic. That is exactly what you want. Just like I was saying about Manchester United. 12 shots, 6 on target as well they had in their game. You want these... if you have this many shots on target, you've got a higher percentage, as easy and simple as it sounds, you've got a higher chance of them going and hitting the back of the net. It's just facts. When you got 1 on target out of 12, that 1 went in the 90th minute, 90 plus 4 by Dan Gosling. It's just not good enough. And I keep saying it, Bournemouth just don't look like they have enough. I know that they've exiled Ryan Fraser because he didn't want to extend his contract. Fine, fair enough. And I think that's irrelevant after today anyway, because his contract is now gone and done. And I think he's now a free agent. Fair enough. But you've got to make sure, if you're going to take a strong stance like that you've got players that can come in and fulfill what he did. And they haven't. Up front, they haven't got anyone that comes in and does anything for Callum Wilson. But even with Callum Wilson, I'm not entirely sure that this Bournemouth team, I don't think they have the fight. I think the fight is gone. And I'm just sure whoever Bournemouth come up against right now, the opposition should be looking for a win. Very, very good win for Newcastle, though. Puts them in, 13th in the table, but level on points with Palace. Couple of points away from Everton and Sheffield United and Burnley as well, and Tottenham. It's very, very tight to where Newcastle could potentially finish. But regardless, I think that Newcastle fans should be happy that they are actually performing at this moment in time, and they look like they're safe from relegation and anything like that earlier than they have been in any other season recently. So hey, let me know what you think of these matches so far. We're going to move straight on to Everton versus Leicester, another team in Leicester that just seemed to have fallen off a cliff. That's the only way that I can explain it, the only way I can describe it. 1 win in the last 5, 2 losses, 2 draws and a loss in a row. But I did predict in my prediction video that I felt that Everton would win this game. And they did. They did. Very early on, it looked like it could be a bit of a crushing defeat. You go 2-0 down in 16 minutes. What can you say? What can you say? They just... And I look at this team here, Soyuncu, Chilwell, Johnny Evans, Schmeichel, Ndidi, Tielemans, Harvey Barnes, Jamie Vardy, the substitutes of James Maddison, Ayoze Perez, Damari Gray didn't do much when he came on, Iheanacho when he comes on as well. They've got a strong team. There's a reason why they are in the top 4, and that people were saying the top 4 is set as it is even just a couple of weeks ago. Even just a couple of months ago. That they were just saying that they are in the top 4. This is what they're going to do. They are going to be in the top 4, maybe solidify top 3. That looks so in jeopardy right now. Like, it really does. Manchester United chasing. Wolves will be chasing as well. It's not secure whatsoever. And Brendan Rodgers really needs to start doing something drastic, something quick. Because I look at the way Leicester are playing, and I don't know how to fix what I wouldn't know what to fix what they're doing. Possession football, a lot of chances, few chances on target. It comes down to chances on target. You can dominate possession all day long. I go back to like 2017 or 16, whenever it was, when Liverpool had 81% possession over Burnley and we lost 2-0. You can have all the possession in the world, all of the possession that you want. You've got to do something with it. They've got to change something to make sure that they secure their top 4 position if they want it. That's if they want it. Do these players and this team want it? Can they get it? It is so tight for them now. To a point where I was thinking, Leicester, if they picked up a couple of results, they could even like trouble Man City. At the moment, they are holding on to top 3, top 4 by the skin of their teeth and other results going in their way. But Man United and Wolves are only 3 points behind. It's not secure or safe for Leicester yet. Everton, on the other hand, positive result. Really positive result for Everton. It puts them in a place where they could, if Arsenal or these teams in between start to drop points, Everton can take advantage and shoot themselves up to 8th or 7th or something like that, which would be a remarkable turnaround for Everton and Carlo Ancelotti coming into this season. He said he's aiming for a Europa League place, and you know what? He's actually not too far away from being able to say that he's going to do it. He's got to have results going his way, but other than that, a very, very positive result for Everton. Let me know what you think of that game in the comments below. Can Leicester pick themselves back up? I'm not seeing it, to be honest. Something really drastically needs to change. Arsenal v Norwich, not a great deal of analysis to do for this one. It is, it's a bad day when your best player, your normally best player in Tim Krul, starts making mistakes. And mistakes aplenty they were. Stuttered in front of goal, like for Aubameyang, and Aubameyang being the guy that he is lethal in front of goal. Never mind when you leave that goal open and there's no one in there. Granit Xhaka then not so too many minutes later gets it was actually a really nicely worked goal. Tierney gets the pass into Aubameyang's pass, who flicks it on the right on his right boot into the path of Granit Xhaka, who first time hits it and megs Tim Krul. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Aubameyang gets a third, and Cedric Suarez, on his debut for Arsenal, scores a 25-yard left foot pile driver. Norwich are gone. Norwich are gone. I've said it for a long, long time. They don't have enough, they don't show enough to say that they're going to stay in this league, that they want to stay in this league. I've said before, they play really nice build-up, nice attacking football, but in the end, when it comes down to defending and getting the balls back and attacking and all that sort of business, they are those literal words. Nice. They're not ruthless enough. I see the pressing that Arsenal were doing yesterday, and they just swarmed Norwich massively, hugely. They couldn't get away from Arsenal players. And this is a turnaround as well for Arsenal players. The pressing that they were doing and how effective it was very, very good. Every single time a Norwich player got on the ball, even when it was like 3-0, every single time, swarming. They wanted to get the ball back. They wanted to score more goals. And that's what they did. 4-0, comprehensive. Yes, they didn't have all of the possession. 49% possession for Norwich. Not too bad, really, when you think of it. But these are just not good enough. 2 shots on target, 8 shots in total, but these shots that they're taking are either missing completely or being blocked or saved or anything like that. Credit to Martinez coming in as the backup goalkeeper normally, but these guys just had far too many shots on target, and too many of them were converted. Norwich are going down this season, and I'm not saying that because I don't like Norwich. I have absolutely nothing against Norwich whatsoever. But they aren't good enough to stay in this league, and to only have 21 points after 32 games played is just not enough. Arsenal, on the other hand, find themselves in 7th position, probably too far to be able to think about top 4, but this is a good position for them to be in. Europa League, it would be, all right, I know that Arsenal fans will be wanting to get in the Champions League. Go out and win the Europa League next season. Go out and strengthen your team, play in a similar sort of style that you're playing right now, and then you can progress and build your team up a little bit, build it up little by little. It's a good performance that they've had today against a team that's down and out though. But getting in these Europa League spots is very, very good for Arsenal and will actually show that Arteta's project and the way that he's putting things together is maybe actually working. You can't go through 3 managers in a season and expect it all to be like, why aren't we hitting top 4? This is good. This is good for Arsenal at the moment, and they can get better, but they've got teams in front of them that are too powerful, too strong at this moment in time, although we're going to speak about one just now. But a good performance by Arsenal anyway. We come on to the final one, which is West Ham 3, Chelsea 2. Honestly, how that first goal got ruled out by VAR, no idea. Absolutely no idea. But also, special mention to Kepa for being the worst rated player on the pitch. Even worse than Jack Wilshere, who did nothing. No, genuinely. Kepa, I don't know how. I don't know how Alisson is the second most expensive goalkeeper in history, and he is the most expensive. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand how Kepa is as expensive as he was. Too many times, a ball is coming towards him, and he flaps. He's out of position. He's expecting his defenders to do things for him that they shouldn't be having to do, because he should be there. He should be there. Special mention, somehow Marcus Alonso got a 7.6, even after that final goal by West Ham. This is why I don't understand rating systems. I don't understand what they're for. I really don't get it. Didn't look like he didn't get an assist or anything, did he? What is this for? What is this 7.6 for? That he is the second highest rated player, for Chelsea, aside from Willian. And Willian did his best to get his team over the line, but they just couldn't do it. That goal should not have been cancelled. Should not have been cancelled whatsoever. And credit to them for keep going, because the same situation led to the goal as well. Thomas Soucek finally got his goal that he actually really deserved. Michael Antonio, I don't know how you say his first name, scored a very, very nice finish. Declan Rice fizzes the ball into the box. Antonio gets the ball, but it goes out wide and Bowen crosses it in. 2 assists for Bowen on the... 2 assists, yeah. 2 assists for Bowen on the night, and it was a very, very good performance by him. And just really nice whipped balls. Fast, in and direct as well. And Antonio, all he had to do, and he was falling over while he did it, just put his foot on the end of it, goes in the back of the net for 2-1. And I'm looking at this Chelsea performance thinking, where's the Chelsea from Man City? What has happened to this Chelsea team? They come back into it. Free kick by Willian, should have been saved by Fabianski, but it was very tight to the post. But he was in a good position, just didn't save it. And then Yarmolenko comes on, and they start to get a little bit, better options. And Yarmolenko, when he was on form before he was injured for West Ham last season, was actually very good. And he took his time in this one here as well. But for some reason, all of Chelsea's defence, apart from, I think it was Rudiger, I'm not entirely sure though, but all of their defence was just jogging. Just a light jog in the park, lads. It's all right. We're drawing the game. He's not going to put it in the back of the net. And then you kind of forget, you've got Kepa in goal. He's going to have to pull off a wonder save here, and he can't. He can't do the wonder save. But it was a very, very good finish by Yarmolenko, and they deserved this victory. Not just because of that. Not just because of this, but because of the amount of chances that Chelsea had and created, and they are not putting them in the back of the net. It's not good enough. And when you look at the Premier League table and you look at the top 4, first off, let's look at West Ham. West Ham have now got themselves out of the relegation zone, which is great for West Ham. They now need to build on this momentum and keep going. Keep this fight going, this attacking football that they played and this never say die attitude that they displayed against Chelsea. Don't let it be just because it was a London derby. Go ahead and do this for every single game that you play, and you will be the difference out of those that get relegated and stay up. You can be the difference now. They've got to make sure that they go and do that. Don't know why my page is just reloaded, but fantastic. Otherwise, we look at Chelsea, who literally have, I was going to say they've got 2 wolves, but they have a wolf in Wolverhampton Wanderers and Man United coming up behind them, 2 points behind them, separate them. Chelsea had the opportunity to go into third, and they didn't take it. They could have gone into third and put all of the pressure on Leicester, but now all of the pressure is on both of them. They are now in catching distance of Man United and Wolverhampton Wanderers, and the big thing that no one has really talked about is what happens is if Leicester and Chelsea drop out the top 4 and Man United and Wolves get top 4. That would be ridiculous. Everyone's been talking about Leicester dropping out the top four, but now it kind of looks like Chelsea are on their way to doing so. It looks like Chelsea have a slightly better team to be able to get out of it than Leicester at the moment. Not slagging Leicester off whatsoever, but Chelsea have got more wins most recently than Leicester have. Leicester have got to perform an absolute miracle to keep themselves in the top four, and I'm not sure that they're going to be able to do it, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about all these games in the comments below. I'll be doing the other games tonight that are being played. Can't remember who else, but obviously it's Man City and Liverpool, so I'll be doing reviews for them tomorrow. So let me know what you think of these games that we've had here and the games that are coming tonight as well. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you once again, and I'll catch you later.